Several years ago, I purchased the Lifetime Horizon 100 for my wife as a birthday gift, and she loved it at first. But as we've used it more and more throughout the years, there's been some things that we just weren't impressed with, and we see a lot of room for improvement. So I'm gonna tell you what we don't like about this paddleboard and everything that we love about it. So let's start with the pros. Number one, it was pretty inexpensive considering the cost of paddleboards and kayaks nowadays. Another thing, compared to my hard-sided kayaks, this thing's really lightweight. Now, I wouldn't say that it's easy to handle when you're moving it, but it's a lot easier for one person to carry compared to a kayak. Another thing that I like about it is it's lasted several summers, and the most important part, it's pretty stable. We had it at the lake yesterday, playing around with it with my daughter and my cousin's kid, and they were running around, jumping off the back, standing up on it, no problem. So it's stable enough for someone who has decent balance to stand up on. To go along with the stability, it has a maximum capacity of 230. Now, I had me and my daughter and my cousin's daughter on this. We were floating and jumping off of it and having a great time at the lake. So if it's you and your child, you can probably get away with it. 2 adults, however, could not float on this paddleboard. The last thing that I like about it is the adjustable keel. It pops into place really quick and easy, and if you hit anything going forward, it kicks back and goes flat, making it easier to haul, and you're less likely to damage it if you run into a rock or sticks or anything while you're paddling. As much as we like this paddleboard, there are some things that we just weren't impressed with. First of all, the paddle that it comes with is super flimsy. This blade is ridiculously flimsy. You can feel it when you're trying to paddle. It just gives way, and it doesn't allow you to paddle as efficiently as you should. Speaking of flimsy, I think the deck is a little bit flimsy too. I'm not a big guy by any means, but I feel the deck giving way underneath my feet when I'm standing there in the water, and it makes you kind of feel off balance a little bit. So it's just not a comfortable feeling that I would like when I got out into the middle of the lake. Also, you've got to have an SUV or a truck to haul this around. It's not that easy to haul around because it's so long. You can't fold it in half or roll it up or anything. You've got to throw it on top of your vehicle or throw it in the truck bed or on a trailer. And that also goes for storing it someplace. You've got to have plenty of room to store it, whether it's in the garage or in a shed, because it does take up quite a bit of room. Now granted, it's pretty thin, but it just takes up a lot of length or a lot of height. Now, if these cons are too much for you to handle, I've also tested the Isle Switch Pro, which is an inflatable paddleboard, which has a lot of benefits that this hardshell paddleboard doesn't have. And you can check out that review right here. Can't wait to see you there.